Good evening, beautiful people. So today was day number 3 to go around the church and pray. So I did. I hope y'all are praying at your church, not in your church, not because you have to be there on Sunday, but to just go to your church and just pray for the church, binding all the doors from allowing Satan to enter. Okay? That's basically what we're doing, is making the doors strong so they can withstand, and the walls strong so they can withstand the battles that are coming. Ooh, interesting. You always think about during those times of disaster, and then they always come back and say, but there's a Bible here, and it was untouched, or some fire or something. Those are always really interesting. Okay, so what I really have to tell you is this channel is just about God. Now, He's the only one that we can. I'm a coin collector, and I deal in coins, and this is my little thing that I had started for coin. But I'm sorry, God has called, and God is more important than coins. Also, one thing I really like to say, like I say, on our coins is, in God we trust. Okay, so we need to remember that. We need to go back to that time again. Okay, so this Friday is the solemnity of the Immaculate Heart of Jesus Christ. When I want you to, first of all, consider going to Mass on that day. It's a weekday Mass, so it's probably going to be in the morning. And give your heart fully to God. You want to be connected so tight that nothing can get between you and God. Okay? Whether you're a married couple, again, I saw a beautiful picture the other day. It had Jesus on the cross. The man was holding one hand of Jesus, the woman was holding the other hand of Jesus, and the man and the woman that were getting married were holding hands. So it's like one big triangle there, and it's kind of like, that's how you are supposed to be with God. You two are going to raise a family, and they need to be with God. So going back, I want you to consecrate yourself, or if the priest does it that day, and it might consecrate you to the Immaculate Heart of Jesus Christ. Remember, we just went through the Corpus Christi, the body blood, and so the bishops are going to bless the United States on Thursday. The next day is the day of the solemnity, and then if you still can't find yourself, please check out St. Anthony de Padua on Saturday. Now, you really got to get to know your saints and everything. This first video is going to be about you coming back to God, okay, right now, and it's just going to be a couple of minutes. I'm sorry for my reading ability. I was never a great reader, but what I have is a picture of Jesus with the Immaculate Heart, and on the back at the very top this is a novena. So you pray a novena for 9 days, and you sometimes will get really special blessings. Once I prayed a novena to My Lady of Guadalupe, and like I said, I love My Lady of Guadalupe, and I prayed it the 9 days before I went on a silent retreat. That's really hard for me not to just start talking to people. But I prayed a novena to Our Lady of Guadalupe, and when I went in, right above my bed was a beautiful picture of the Lady of Guadalupe, and it was like, she heard me, okay? So, I'm saying all we got to do is pray, people, and we can get to heaven. All right, let's go to heaven. Let's concentrate on heaven. and everybody in your family goes to heaven with you, okay? So it's just the way we got to do it nowadays. Okay, so I'm going to read it, and all you're going to do is stare at Jesus, which every time I see this picture, I blow him a kiss. It's like, I just love you. You're so, he's everything. Okay, so here we go. We're going to try this. If I can hold this in one position and then get it into my eye focus back here so I can read. O most holy heart of Jesus, fountain of every blessing, I adore you, I love you, and with a lively sorrow for my sins, I offer you this poor heart of mine. Make me humble, patient, pure, and wholly obedient to your will. Grant, good Jesus, that I may live in you and for you. Protect me in the midst of danger. Comfort me in my afflictions. Give me health of body, assistance in my temporal needs. Your blessing on all that I do, and the grace of a holy death. Amen. This prayer is by Saint Margaret Mary, and she had a devotion to Jesus. And when a saint presents something to the official Catholic Church, then it goes through a process, and it is discerned, just like I said with all the Bible stories. Everything was discerned. Even a prayer is discerned whether or not it is providing the intention that it is seeking out of the prayer. So here we are giving ourselves to God, and we're not saying anything else. That's it. God, you have my life. Now, a lot of us just can't handle doing it ourselves, right? Like I said, the 40 years I was gone without God, I went through a lot of ugliness. And ever since I've gotten God, my life has been a whole lot better. You understand? Remember the servants that he gave, one of them 10 talents, and the next one 5, and the last one 1. And the guy, or 5, something like that. Anyhow, whatever, they were able to double their money. Okay, so this was God saying, hey, you're pretty good at what you're doing. Here's some more money. Now go make some more. The next guy, oh, you're pretty good at what you're doing. Here's some money. Go make some more. Now, I don't know where the money went after they all stood in line again and said, well, hey, I've doubled mine. I don't know if the owner took it back. I have no clue. But even if it was, you didn't have it to begin with. And if God doubled it, and you gave it all back to God, what would he do with that? Well, he would basically give it back to you so you can double it again. Do you get that? When God will take care of you? I have provided you everything that you possibly need. Food and drink. A way to make money. All those things. He helps us. But I don't want you to be like the 10 virgins that were waiting to go in, waiting for the master to come back. Remember, the master, he leaves. And so what he assigns you, if you make it work, and he comes back and he says, wow, you did great. Well, remember the 10 virgins? Well, their oil lamps had, 5 of them ran out, and they asked the other 5, hey, can we have some of yours? No. if he comes back in an hour and I don't have my reserve to fill it up, where am I going to get oil? You five need to go back in town. And so right in that moment, they went into town to go get the oil. Or was that they turned back and turned to stone? Remember what I'm saying? Everything has a reason for being thrown into the Bible, in the mix and everything like that. When you look back, when you have to go back, what are you really and truly missing back there? The other five got to go in, right? That's what we want to be. We want to be the ones that go in, all right? Not the ones that have to go back, not the ones who look back, not any of the reverse once we get to God. Love y'all. Bye.